Please welcome the hilarious Brooke Van Poppelen.
Great job. Ugh. It's nice to be here. Hi, is that Mike? How's my hair? Are we okay? Just got off a plane. So I feel like a germ-ridden flea. My germaphobe tendencies are like going crazy. I had to shower before I came here because I didn't get to fly first class. Just kidding. I wish that was a real problem in my life. In a flying coach with the fleas. So I don't know if anyone has ever tasted first class. It's dangerous. You get a taste of the other side, and then you're like, I think I'm just going to take boats everywhere from now on. If I can never fly first class again, I don't ever want to get on a plane. It is like you just quickly, because I mean, you know, I'm like the girl who flies like Spirit Airlines, which is like a flying bus. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a dirty minivan with like Cheerios crusted to the side of it. It's the grossest airline. And so like I'm the girl who I'm like, no, I'll pack all my belongings into one duffel bag so I don't get that fee, and I'll wear 5 coats and 3 outfits, you know? That's how I fly. And then I got put in first class, and my, how quickly we forget our roots. Suddenly you're like, get the fuck out of my face, you Stromboli eating motherfuckers. Like, you know, meanwhile, I like threw out my breakfast Stromboli that I was like, oh, people don't eat garbage airplane food when you go to first class because they give you 3 meals and silverware. Oh, God, I held on to that silverware. I still have it. I stole it. And I bring it with me on board when I fly coach in case I need to kill myself because it's the worst. Man, it's fun. I moved to LA 3 months ago, so it's very fun to be back. How quickly we don't forget New York. 10 years of shell shock. Wow, you get right back into it. Been here for 2 hours, and you're like, yep, there's a human turd. Okay, back in it. On the subway, poop piles everywhere. It's good. You're like, oh, nope, yep, this all feels normal. It's not weird to be back. It's good. I love New York. So I've been in LA for about 3 months, and not to brag, but everything they say about LA is like so true. Like right out of the gates, I was like not expecting it, but like I got a rash from a hot tub. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, what? So soon? New girl luck. Booked it. Awesome. Don't go to the Ace Hotel in Palm Springs. Got a cool hot tub rash. That's fun. Couldn't figure out if it was viral or fungal. Anyways, my sex life is awesome. It's great when you're getting someone else's STDs from a fucking festering hot tub. You didn't even get to have any of the fun. None of the fun, all of the rash on your body. Anyways, just so you're comfortable, there are multiple strains of herpes. So this wasn't the kind that got into my vag. So just all over my chest area. And I had to go on steroids and put on creams. Anyways, so that's what LA's been like. And then I also got an intestinal parasite. So anyways, it's nice to be back. LA's killing it. Yeah, I do co-host a show, and we just wrapped shooting that, and my co-host is more successful than I am. It was really fun. I hadn't seen him for a few days, and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm hosting a new show for TBS. I was like, oh my God, my water got turned off in my apartment. So I'm good. Don't worry about me. Things are awesome. So anyways, yeah, it feels good. I love being out on a Monday night. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Monday nights usually white wine and pet finder. That's what I do. That's what I like, to stay in my safe cocoon. Get off Tinder now, guys. Get on to Pet Finder, okay? Tinder is just a soul-crushing, self-esteem ruining app. Get off of it. Get on Pet Finder. All these animals will do anything to come home with you. They're like, please. You're like drunk with power. Like, maybe you could come home with me if you're a good boy. I just love Pet Finder so much. There are always free pit bulls on the free list on Craigslist in LA. Report that shit. Anyways, but just FYI, in case you're ever like, ooh, I don't want to pay all that money. And, because the adoption agencies here in Brooklyn, they're nuts. You know what I'm saying? You're like, can I just bring an animal into my home? They're like, we need to come over for 4 moderated visits and make sure you have nice furniture that's not IKEA. You're like, what? Are you judging my home? I just want to bring a dog in here. I don't know if anyone's been through it. It's like easier to adopt a kid, which I tried. I got rejected for that too. But I don't know where I'm at. I'm just in the weirdest mood, but it's okay. So who's single, huh? Few people? That's great. Anyone like me at this point in their relationship? This is the what are we doing point in their relationship. You know, when you say that out loud, what are we doing? What are we doing? So that's what it feels like after 3 years. So I'm celebrating that. That's nice. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I go to therapy, and my therapist. Thank you. Everyone else? Thanks. I can't wait to see her. She's the person I miss the most since I left. But she's like, you're codependent. And I was like, is that what we think? I don't know. I don't fully agree with you there. But I am just like a habitual relationship person. What do they call that? Serial monogamist. I don't know, man. I think it's best for everybody. I like to be in relationships because it keeps me off the streets. You know what I'm saying? Being single in New York City is a mess. All right? And it's just sort of like, I act like a criminal when I'm single. And so I need to go to jail for a little bit and get into some long-term relationships. I'm like, let's cool our jets for like 3 years. Let's let this cool off, all right? And let's just have a nice, comfortable adult couch situation and watch some Netflix. You know, but it's like I never learn my lesson. It's like I just get that itch, you know, like where I'm not being rehabilitated whatsoever while I'm in the relationship. It's like I'm in jail, but I'm still keeping like a running hit list of people I want to fuck once I'm on the outside again. You know, so it's like, I'm like, oh man, I don't know. I've been off the market for 5 years and, I've only 2 dicks in 5 years. Like, that's crazy. Those numbers are terrible. I don't know. Everyone was kind of talking datey stuff, so I was like, why not? I'll just air out my problems. Sounds good. You know, and the thing too, people are like, well, how do you keep it spicy when you're in a relationship for a long time? It's like, oh my God, don't get me wrong. Sex is pretty exciting when it only happens once every 3 months. It doesn't get old. You're like, whoa, I remember this. So you don't have to get weird. That's the fun thing, is like, we're not like having so much sex that, you know, you have to like bring out the rubber tarp. Like, it's not to that point at all. It's pretty exciting to just have sex. Which is great. And I'm easy, you know what I'm saying? I'm old-fashioned, whatever. I like the classics. I like the greatest hits in bed. That's what I'm all about. I'm like a piece of salmon, you know, a couple minutes on each side. I'm good. It's delicious. Got to get a nice sear on that salmon. I like dating younger guys. That's sort of my thing. You know, because, I don't know, I'm older. I'm in my 30s. I'm independent. You know, I'm the firstborn in my family. Any firstborns here? Do you identify as a firstborn? That's a term that I got on board with. I was like, that's right. I'm firstborn of the Van Poppelens. Got very like, no, none of this oldest shit. I'm like, firstborn. It sounds very important. I'm like, why can't that be your like title when you fly? Like, I don't want to be Miss Van Poppelen. I'd like to be firstborn Van Poppelen, flying coach. But, you know, I don't know. So I just got a taste for the younger guys because a dude who knows who he is not for me. No thanks. I like a real fixer-upper of a human. That's kind of my specialty. Yeah. Get my hands in there and mold you, boy. I will. Like a real gut renovation of a person. That is my specialty. Oh, I love it. I just like never used to fully appreciate the song PYT by Michael Jackson, and like now that shit is my jam. I just like sing. I'm like, I want to love you, PYT, pretty. You know the other verse. It's like, you need some fitted sheets. You do. So I want to take you there. You know what I'm saying? Bed Bath and Beyond. I do, because young men, can we talk about your serial killer mattress situation that you call a bed? You all have it. It's just a bare mattress with like a shower curtain for a comforter, a couch pillow for a fucking pillow, and then like the real creepy like box of Kleenex, and just, it's just so sad, like the overturned cardboard box for the nightstand. You need help. Like, I don't understand. Like, are you tying women up and killing them? They're not coming out of your room again. I don't get it. You had a mother at some point. Why does your bed look like this? That's why I want to date you. I will get you a dust ruffle, my friend. We will go duvet shopping. I will show you the ways of a put together full bed frame with 2 mattresses and throw pillows. If you're lucky. I know. I'll do that for you, boy. I will. Yeah, I don't know. But I've just always kind of been the girl who, like, I like to pick up the check. Like, that's just kind of who I am. I love throwing down, paying for men. That has just been me my whole life. Anytime I can do it, it's just, it's a good, I'm like, no, you don't, I don't owe you anything. I'm in charge. That's how that feels. And that works out great because I usually date unemployed losers. So they're like, oh, it's really great when they try to go pay the bill. It's so cute. They do that like chick move where they're like not quite fast enough. They're like, ugh. And they like miss the check, They're like, ugh, I'm so weak. I was too slow. And then you're like, oh, next time, you got to wink at them, make them feel okay. You're like, do you want to take my credit card up to the waitress? Feel like a big boy? Want to go ahead. Give it to her so you can pay. It's all right. Go ahead. Come on, it's fine. No one has to know. Just take it. Sure, you bought this dinner. Sure. It's fun. I think I have a power trip complex, perhaps. But I think, being an older woman with a career dating a young unemployed man is the closest we have to gender equality right now. Am I right, women? Hey, yeah. All right, that's going to change, don't get me wrong, but right now I'll take it. It's what we've got, But, on the other hand, I've never wanted to be, the chick dating, the weird old moneybags dude. That's not my thing either. I've never wanted to be the person. I feel like when you date an old guy with money, you always have to say things like, can I have that? Just like a small baby voice and put your hand out. And I want things. No, I just can't be that, And speaking of that kind of girl, all right, young ladies, I don't think it's any of you, but we probably know these people. These are the young girls who they go to the club with no money, and their plan for the night is to pretend to sleep with guys so they'll get free drinks. That's a shitty business plan, okay? Ladies, if you don't have money and you want to go to the club, you got to do what the rest of us badass bitches do, okay? If you want some drinks but you have no money, you just got to lean in and steal an unattended drink, okay? That's what you do, okay? We got to lean in, ladies. I know that's a weird feminist message. It might be theft even, but I don't care. Don't pretend to have sex with someone for a free drink, because you know what that gets you? Locked in an apartment above Doc Holliday's. Anyways, long story from 2007. We've all been to Doc Holliday's, right? Oh, boy. I won't go into details. It's a good story. I'll tell you some other time. It's kind of sad and scary, but yeah, anyways, relationship stuff. When you're single for a really long time, I don't know if anyone can relate, when you're single for a really long time, what happens is you react violently to human touch. Has anyone ever gone through that? That's embarrassing. You'll be in the office, someone from Dale from accounting will walk over and just put a hand on your shoulder and be like, great job on that report, Brooke. And then you feel the warmth of a human hand touch your physical self. And then you go, I remember love. And it's out loud. And it's so embarrassing. And then everyone's shit talking about you next to the water cooler. And so it's you get it. You got to do something about it. And I feel I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go online. I don't want to online date. I don't want to do this stuff. So I started helping myself to massage. Does anyone else treat themselves to full body massage? You're all worth it. Okay, hey, that guy back there. It's the best thing ever because you don't want to be a weirdo when humans touch you, So you're I've got to reinsert myself back into society. So I do it, but it's gotten really personal with my male masseuse, to the point where it's just kind of awkward and there's the elephant in the room. I've visited many times and I'm I don't know how to bring up the topic of happy ending. You know what I'm saying? It's so awkward. No one know, because I'm oh, what are the rules? I don't know the etiquette. How do I let this guy know I desperately want to give him a hand job? And is that appropriate? So I just went for it. And I can't go back there anymore. But I wanted to talk about one or two other things. I don't know if you guys were flashing little lights or anything. I'll get out of here in a minute. Does that sound good? Okay, perfect. I can't tell if you're time to go. You gotta. Yeah, and you know what? Oh, okay, great. Perfect. Okay, let's segue out of that. I wanted to tell one or two new jokes, but fuck it. It was a fun one. So I'm all broken out in some fun hormonal zits. Got my makeup covering up ladies whose periods are out of control and ruining their lives. It's a good time. 37, no baby. My body hates me. That's what happens. It's like your mind and your career and everything is like, no, I'm not moving toward that, okay? I'm a modern woman and whatever, maybe I'll have it later, and it's like a fucking myth that you can't have a baby later, and your body's like, fuck you, you're gonna have zits till you make a baby. So that's great. My body's just going completely nuts. And so I have to like really take care of my my reproductive issues, you know. So does anyone else do period tracker, period plus, ladies? Yeah, it's the best. It's an app for your smartphone that tracks your period. They're really fun. And the thing that I love about these apps is, and just apps in general, they're trying so hard to be user-friendly and intuitive. But in my opinion, they're all coming off as just like really over-familiar and creepy. Like I picked up my phone the other day and like Period Plus just left a bone-chilling message on my lock screen. It was like, your period will be here soon. And I was like, where is it? Is it outside? Like I didn't know. It was so scary. I like pick it up again an hour later. It's like, your period's calling from inside the house. I was like, oh God. It's so frightening. They're you know, I think these apps are really useful. They're great, but I have a few qualms with them. First of all, I know half of you are guys, but I'm sure you've dated a lady who's had a period, so you can relate, okay? You know, you can relate. I like this, whatever. You get it. I can talk about it. You won't die, I promise. So like the period tracker app has a sound effect for when your period's about to come, and it's the sound of a magical fairy wand and like light giggling. It's like, bring, your period's here. And you're like, no, like, no with that sound effect. Like if I developed an app like that, I would absolutely change it up to be more of like an ominous like bird of prey noise, just like some vulture with wings flapping like, you know, and then like, I don't know, that woman from Game of Thrones being like, the night is dark and full of terror. Like that would be my signifier that my period was about to show up. You know, and it's like great, you know, and why can't it have a more helpful countdown? Like, you're about to hurt your boyfriend's feelings for permanent. Sorry, I fucked that up. A more helpful countdown, like, you're about to permanently hurt your boyfriend's feelings in 5, 4, 3, 2, and then just like a bird noise. That'd be great. So I'll get out of here on this. I did a little bit of classic BVP, pre-travel nightmare, sort of like drinking, blackout, and drunk packing the night before. Does anyone do a little drunk packing? Oh boy, that's fun. That's a real fun game to get to your destination the next day and be like, oh, we've got a problem. Suddenly getting dressed turns into like a reality show. It's like an episode of Chopped. You like open your suitcase, you're like, oh great, I have one high heel, a bikini bottom, and a wool Navajo poncho. Like Tim Gunn shows up out of nowhere. He's like, make it work. It's like, you must get dressed for a job interview. Work it, girl. And you're like, I will, you know. And then you walk in really confident and avant-garde because you have no other choice. And they're like, who was that? And then you get the job. No, that never actually works. So, all right, you guys have been wonderful. Thank you so much, Pace Magazine. I appreciate it.